What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the brand new 2021 MakseLife Planner. There are so many exciting changes that are coming to MakseLife, and I am thrilled and honored to share them with you guys today. Sierra and the team over at MakseLife sent me a few planners to share with you guys. You guys, the MakseLife Planner launches in a few days, and I am so excited. As you guys know, I have jumped into my MakseLife Planner the second half of this year, and I have been absolutely in love with it. If you are not familiar with MakseLife, it is a goal setting system that is encompassed within your planning. And the base of the goal setting system in the MakseLife is this compass assessment. And it has probably been one of the most helpful, useful goal setting tools that I have used in my entire life. Of course, 2020 has been an unprecedented year, so jumping into the MakseLife could not have come at a better time for me. I'm sure many of you around the world have also experienced a very overwhelming year, to say the least. But the thing is we still have to get stuff done, and a system like this is going to help us get there. There are actually 4 new covers this year, and I have 3 of them to share with you today. As always, if I forget to mention anything in this video, or if you have any questions, feel free to ask down below in the comments. I'll be sure to add links when launch day gets here down in the description so that you can find everything that you need to plan for your goals and your life in the upcoming year. All right, so before we hop into the new MakseLife planners, I kind of wanted to quickly show you my current MakseLife planner. I have the yellow floral print. I am really going to miss this cover. I was through and through team yellow. If you guys are in the MakseLife Facebook group, you guys know that. I love this cover. It's just very beautiful. So not a whole lot has changed structurally as far as the planner itself, from like the outside and the type of covers and all of that, but there are just so many more options available this year. This current year in 2020, there were only 2 covers. There was a blue floral and this yellow floral, and this year there are 4 covers for you to choose from. Like I said in my introduction, I am lucky enough to have been sent 3 of the cover options, as well as both layouts that will be available for the year 2020. So even though I didn't use this planner for the first 4 or 5 months of 2020, I did go through and do my compass assessment. So in the front, you had like all of the instructions, how to do the compass assessment, your scoring pages, things like that. I highlighted a lot in here just to kind of give myself some points to look at whenever I needed a little bit of assistance as to what each purpose of these things were. I set my annual goals in here. I really love this system. It's just very simple, straight to the point, and I love that it's incorporated within my plan so that it's always with me. All right, so let's push this off to the side and let's take a look at the new cover designs from MakseLife. Like I said, I have 3 of the 4. The 4th is a beautiful linen, almost like a pinstripe color combination, and I have 3 of these. Quickly, some things that I wanted to talk about are these planners are indeed calendar year. Currently, they are not available academic, so they are true January to December planners. So these planners will start January of 2021. Also, before I forget, these planners retail for $68 over at MakseLife. The price can seem a little bit steep for a planner. However, when you consider the fact that you get a full year of planning and a full year of goal setting, which is 2 systems in one, you're really getting every ounce of value for that price. At least that's my personal opinion. I have purchased 2 separate systems before, and it is definitely more than $68. Some goal setting systems alone can cost you upwards of $50 to $60. Planning systems can cost you upwards of $50, $60, $70 themselves. So I definitely think that the value in the $68 is there. Now, the reason why you're seeing this additional cover here is because for the first time ever, MakseLife is going to make it possible for you to order just the covers so that you can change them out if you wish. There will be videos available to show you how to do this. I'm not going to do that in this video. I'm going to leave it up to you guys if you guys want to watch that or if you want to change your covers out. I may attempt it at some point, but not today. I am excited though because Team Yellow might be making a comeback for 2021. All right, so first, we're going to jump into the vertical layout for the MakseLife Planner, and I'm just going to kind of talk you through some of the changes and my thoughts. So one of the bigger changes is this inside cover right here. I know that a lot of people might not pay attention to that, but the current cover is more of like a very matte paper, and you really couldn't wipe it clean, and this is just nice and smooth, and if you get anything on here, you can easily wipe it off. All right, so I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit closer so that you can see a little bit better. Front page here, you have the title page. It says MakseLife 2021, and you can put all of your name and your information there. You've got more ways to get in touch with the MakseLife team, along with a letter from the founder, Sierra, who I absolutely love. Then you have this beautiful getting started area here, and it basically gives you the very simple steps to get started with your goals. It tells you how to make them accessible, simple, actionable, and repeatable. Then you have your weekly features. These were all things that were in the current MakseLife as well. They're just kind of there in a different sort of presentation for you. And honestly, I think that it's all a little bit easier on the eyes. So there's just a few things that will stand out on the pages differently, but the whole concept overall is the same. So your weekly and daily features will still include your weekly notes pages, weekly tips, gratitude heart, which is just a chance for you to regularly practice gratitude, along with habit tracking. I love the habit trackers in the MakseLife. Then the next page kind of gives you these steps and how you're going to get there to setting up your goals through the compass assessment, setting your intentions, your annual goals, your monthly and weekly actions, along with your monthly reflection and quarterly review. Again, the same in both last year and this year. Now, these pages are actually also the same with the exception of a few changes in fonts or color of the fonts. This is the area where you're going to do your compass assessment. This is what I would consider to be the bread and butter of this planner and this goal setting system. So it kind of gives you a brief overview of what the compass assessment is. It tells you it increases your self-awareness, learn more about your emotions, thoughts, and your beliefs, recognize your opportunities for development and growth, setting meaningful goals anchored in your values and your purpose. It also gives you a way to track your progress throughout the year through these quarterly assessments, which I personally love very much. Then it gives you your establishing a starting point, which is going to be your life compass right here, evaluating your life as a whole, embracing growth, and then getting started. And it's going to tell you how you're going to rate all of these different areas in your life. So what you're going to do is you're going to take each of these areas and you're going to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, how well each statement applies to you, 1 being does not apply and 10 being strongly applies. Then you're going to add up each area of your life and divide the number by 8 to get your average score. Then you're going to fill in the sections of your life compass that correspond with your score. So here's the area where you have the assessment scoring questions. I think this is really cool. I really like this, and again, it gives you a chance to sort of revisit it. I just love how detailed it is. I feel like there's a little bit more details in these areas than last year, or maybe I'm just looking at it differently because I am actively using this system right now. As far as changes go on these pages, there isn't much with the exception of the fonts and the color on the page. There's definitely more color in this planner than there was last year. Next up, you have your intentions and your setting goals sections. Nothing has really changed in this area with the exception again of some color on the page and some font changes, all making it a little bit easier on the eyes. I really love this intentions page. In fact, it is one of my absolute favorites in this planner because it's kind of an area where you're just asking yourself questions like, what could I use more in my life? What could I use less of in my life? This year I will become, I will do less, I will give myself grace for. those kinds of things. And then when you get to the bottom, you will pick your word of the year. This current year, my word was grow, and honestly, I think it might be the same for 2021 as well. If you're someone that picks a word of the year, I would love to hear what your word of the year is down there in the comments. I love hearing what people's word of the year is and how it is that they came to find that word for themselves and how they're using it to achieve their goals for the year. Then you have this setting goals page. It's just kind of a nice little guide to help you with committing your goals, reviewing your goals, and actually removing some goals. I love when systems talk about taking things away that may actually hinder you from overall happiness and life satisfaction. And I love that Sierra included this within this planner. I love where she says at the bottom here, goals are meant to inspire, not invoke negativity. I really do think that there are some systems out there that can do that. They're kind of like deflating, you know what I mean? Like you think that you're doing great, but it just keeps reminding you of all these awful things that have happened. So, and if that's what your goals are doing, then they're probably not meant for you this year. I love how she adds, if you find yourself feeling like you've failed or a goal no longer resonates with you, give yourself permission to reassess and adjust or replace it with one that is motivating. Love that. And again, you have some more guidance here to help you out. I like that these pages aren't really expecting you to do anything as far as like writing or adding to it. It's just kind of an area for you to take a look and help you with writing out your goals. I like this because you can reference it throughout the year if you're feeling stuck or you just don't remember what a specific category was for, which for me happens all the time. Then you have your 3 types of goals breakdown. This is a little bit of additional goal setting instruction for you, just to kind of let you know that this is sort of to help you achieve what you want in life, improving what isn't working, and maintaining the things that are already going well. I like that last one, maintaining the things that are already going well. I feel like a lot of times when you hear about goal setting, it's kind of paired together with change. And it's great. Change is great, but sometimes you don't actually need to change anything because it's going quite well. So I love how that's been added and is a fundamental part of this goal setting system. Then it goes over what your stretch goals are, your progress goals, as well as your maintenance goals. When I was first getting into goal setting, these 3 terms really did confuse me. Goal setting can sometimes be overly complicated, like I've said before, and Sierra breaks it down into these 3 types of goals for you to help you along your way. So briefly, it just tells you what your stretch goals are. They're your dreams, goals, and wishes. And that's where those goals live. Your progress goals encompass the vision and actions that will take you from where you are to where you desire to be. Your maintenance goals are going to be your goals and tasks and intentions that will maintain what is good and what is working within your life. All right, let's move on to the setting goals section. Now this is going to break down your annual goals, your monthly goals, and your weekly goals. This gets very, very detailed for you. I'm not going to read it verbatim. We'll sit here for 5 hours if that happens. But I do like that it breaks it down for you, because when you get to your monthly goals, you might be like, oh crap, what was I supposed to do in this section? And you can go back here and review that. And it has this nice little guide set up for you. This was also in the current MakseLife Planner, but of course there's been a little bit more color added to the pages, a little bit easier to find the information, and it's just overall more helpful. Now, as you've seen before, the Compass Assessment has these different categories of life for you to consistently assess and set goals for. This part is probably one of my favorite new things in the MakseLife Planner, and it gives you this area of things to consider. I love this because I'm someone who has struggled between the personal and fun and recreation areas. Like I just didn't know what to put in each one, specifically when putting out my weekly goals in my planner. The rest are a little bit more straightforward for me. Honestly, actually, there's 3: personal, fun, and recreation, along with spirituality and personal growth. Those 3 I kind of always got muddled together, and here she kind of gives you these categories that you can put in here, or these things to consider when writing out your goals each week. And of course, it's in the signature MakseLife colors for each category, which I absolutely love. If you have mild liners, those are the markers that I recommend using with this planner because they have so many colors that match these colors perfectly. Then she gives you a list over here to sort of mind map a list of ideas, dreams, and goals for the upcoming year. You still get your vision board, it's just in a different spot because of some of the additions of the pages here. So the focus area just gives you an area to write your long-term goals, and you can use this area to determine your mindful focus, intentions, mantras, and affirmations that support your individual goals in that specific area of your life. And I just personally love all of the color that's been added to this planner. I feel like it's a little bit softer on some pages than last year, but I still really like it. Then you have your vision board. I do like that you still get both pages side by side. It just gives you a nice area to just get either super creative or create some additional lists for things that you want to accomplish throughout the year. Then you have your quick goal setting tips. I feel like this planner is just filled with so much helpful advice. If you struggle with goal setting, there is something in the front of this planner that's going to help you if you feel confused or lost or overwhelmed, and that's what I truly love. So really it's just the same as last year, but again, just a little bit more color and a little tweak in the font. Now we're going to get into the actual planning pages of this planner. Like I said, it is calendar year. The size of this planner is 7 by 9, in case I forgot to mention that. And the paper is a super thick 120 GSM, and it is on recycled bright white paper. This paper is beautiful, you guys. I absolutely love it. Their full color printing on all of the pages is with a soy-based ink. I'm not really familiar with all of that. I think it's really cool, and I think the colors are just absolutely stunning on this paper. And of course, the binding is the same as last year, this wire O binding. I know that Sierra has discussed possibly researching some other bindings in the future, but for 2021, it is staying on this wire O binding. And it is coated and it lasts all year long. I feel like I have taken mine just about everywhere and it's lasting quite a long time, and I'm not having any issues with any chipping or anything like that, any peeling. It's really well made. All right, so for the monthly spread, it is a 2-page monthly spread, and I love the changes that they made on this monthly spread. So I'm just gonna grab February of 2020 since that was a month that I did not use. So one of the big changes, again, is just some overall fonts and colors on these pages. They also moved the dates. They are now in the upper right-hand corner, giving you, I think, a little bit more functionality in the squares of the monthly view. I also feel like the numbers are almost slightly larger. They're a little bit easier for me to see, that's for sure. And the month is up top and the year is just a little bit smaller just below the month over there. You're still going to get your quotes over here on the right, as well as your notes page and the forward month. And the month the week is Sunday through Saturday view. I hope one day it's Monday through Sunday. All right, now we're gonna jump into the monthly goals. It looks very much like the annual goals, and in January, I think it might feel a little bit overwhelming because you will have just written down your annual goals and now you're jumping into your monthly goals. But I love, again, that she includes the focus for each month, because then you can go back to those annual goals and decide, okay, so for work and learning, this month's focus is going to be take extra time off from work, or take an e-course, something like that. That's going to be your focus, because your overall goal might be to get a promotion. So you're going to need to take that e-course. And this month you're going to take a specific course. And then in February, you're going to take a different course, and so on and so on. Again, I love the colors on the page. I love the lines. It's just very easy to look at and just fun. Now, here is another kind of big change for the MakseLife Planner. On this page, you normally had what was called your notes and reflections page. It has been replaced by a dot grid page. I really like it. They also went a little bit softer with the lines that are on the page along the border. At least that's how it looks to me. maybe it's exactly the same. It's not quite as harsh. I'm gonna try to zoom in so that you guys can see that. It's more of a gray and not so much blue, if that makes sense. So it's a little bit easier, not so harsh up against the white there. I really like this change. I think it's a great little detail of a change that they made. So like I said previously, you had this notes and reflections lined page. I love that it's just dot grid now. It gives you the flexibility to use it as you wish. Then you have your weekly actions area. They have added what week you are on for the year. I absolutely love that. You have your categories labeled here. They don't actually have the name of the category. That's okay. I actually like writing mine in and using my mildliners to sort of match with them. But this is going to be your area where you're going to break down those monthly goals a little bit further and pick the tasks that are going to help you achieve your monthly goals and essentially your annual goals. All right, now let's take a look at this week at a glance. It is week on 2 pages, Monday through Sunday. I'm really excited about the changes on these pages, you guys. The biggest thing that stuck out with me when I saw this are 2 things, and it is the dates across the top and removing of the shading on the weekly pages. Now, these lined borders are just about everywhere in this planner, with exception for the week, which I love. It gives you a nice, neutral, clean slate to work with if you are a decorative planner. If you use highlighters in your planner, you don't have to worry about things matching or clashing and things like that. So let me just kind of show you an example of the current headers over here on the planner. They're not too intrusive. They're there, but I have found for someone like me who likes to use date covers, they were a little large. This time I feel like they're a little bit more streamlined and just cleaner looking, and the shading is also gone from this top header here, as well as the gratitude box along the bottom. You also have a notes column here. However, this current year, it says notes. For 2021, it's left blank for you to decide how you want to use that space. Another thing that I noticed are the habits. You have been added some additional habits here, which I love. I didn't use a lot of this space, so I don't mind that they added more habits here. I think it looks absolutely great. There are now 7 habits for you to track. I love it. You do still have the holidays printed for you just below the date at the top of the planner. Now, one thing is the color does change every month, but in your week view, it's just a little bit more toned down. There's not going to be all of that shading with the header and the gratitude. I feel like this is a very neutral layout. Now, let's take a quick look at another month with a different color so you guys can get an idea of what I mean. Here is the month of March. It has that green color, but again, it's not super in your face. I really do like this. And then your habit tracker also has the green as well, but again, not a big deal. It's not going to mess anything up if you want like a specific color for that week in your planner. All right, so at the end of the month, you are going to get your monthly reflections. This is one of my favorite pages in the MakseLife Planner as well. I know that I'm saying that about a lot of things, but I just truly love this planner. So some of the changes are that you get the actual month written on the monthly reflections page. I know that that's like a super minor thing, but I think it's great. So you're going to go over some different categories here, your wins, what's working, what's not, what you've learned, your improvements and adjustments, what you're grateful for, and what habits you want to nurture. And then you're going to get an overall satisfaction for the month. And again, it was pretty much all the same this year with the exception of changing up some colors and some fonts. I also love that a lot of the title pages for the month now have some color on them as well. With each quarter, you're going to get a quarterly assessment. This will give you a chance to review your Compass assessment scores from before and currently. And then from there, you can do your overall scores, how they increased, decreased, or stayed the same. And again, the main focus is to rate your overall satisfaction in these areas of your life. These scores can kind of help you see which categories maybe need a little bit more focus on in the upcoming quarter, which can also help you sort of shift your goals and see what things need a little bit more attention, or maybe what goals need to kind of take a back seat because there's some other areas of life that need tending, such as finances. Maybe it's tax season and that needs to be more of your focus than fun and recreation. You can have the fun and recreation after taxes. Then it gives you a space to describe 3 words to generally describe how you have felt over the last 90 days and an area to write your biggest opportunities for growth. Now let's head to the back of the planner where there have also been some additional changes. You do get your year at a glance for 2021 and 2022. And again, just like the rest of the planner, there's a little bit more color on this page. Actually, there's a lot more color. There's color all over it. I love it. It's beautiful. Then you get an additional 13 notes pages in the back of your planner. You also get the dot grid note page for each week, so you do get a ton of notes pages in this planner. Another one of the big improvements is this pocket folder. It is nice and laminated now this year, and it has the MakseLife logo and this cute little checklist which says dare to dream, learn and grow, celebrate progress. Check, check, and check. I love it. It's got just a nice little pocket on the front here as well as the back, and I love this so much. It says do it imperfectly, give yourself grace, trust the process, MakseLife. I love this. This year it was a plain gray, kind of a thick cardstock, but it wasn't coated at all. It did have a pocket in the front and back, but this is definitely a nice upgrade for this planner. And one of the biggest and probably one of my favorite additions to the MakseLife this year is this goal setting sticker sheet at the back of the planner. It is attached to the coil. You can always cut it off if you want to, but I absolutely love it because it's just everything MakseLife, the colors, there's some dots, there's some goal category labels for you, some flags, additional stickers to celebrate success, trust the process, just a lot of the same like on brand type of things for MakseLife. Then you have a nice accordion folder, same as this current year. Back here, I use mine to just store a ton of stickers. You can never have enough stickers in your planner. Now let's close it up, and you still have the elastic band attached to the back of the cover. You can see that beautiful blue watercolor floral on this cover. All right. So let's talk about the covers. Like I said, I have 3 of the 4 covers that are going to be available at MakseLife this year. So this first one, and this was honestly my first choice. I love this one so much. This is by the artist Toby Brown. You can find her on Instagram at callmetobes. It's this beautiful indigo watercolor blue. You can kind of see the strokes there on the cover along with this little rainbow, and it says hold on to your vision. Now the other cover that I do have is this beautiful gray linen. I don't know if you can kind of see the texture there. The MakseLife covers are nice and coated for you, but you can kind of see the linen texture within this one, and it's got this beautiful rainbow stripe. I don't think these covers have names just yet at this time of me filming, but I'm really excited to see what people come up with. I'm really torn as to which one of are my favorites, but these 2 are definitely my top 2 of the 4. Then the additional cover that I have is by Jess Park. You can find her on Instagram over at Jessie Park. And this is a beautiful floral cover with some gold accents on there. And I'm hoping that my camera will be able to catch it, but there is some gold foil on there. There you go. It is so, so beautiful. And again, for $10, you're going to be able to purchase additional covers and change them out yourself for your planner. Now, like I said, I've got 2 layouts, the 2 layouts that MakseLife does offer. I'm not going to do a full walkthrough of the same exact planner, but I did want to show you what the horizontal layout looks like. I did have both layouts to review last year as well, but I don't currently have the 2020 horizontal layout. I gifted it to a friend of mine, so I'm just going to kind of show you what it looks like now. So here it is. You do have your Monday through Sunday. You have lines over here on the left side, and then you have this space over here that's just nice and blank for you to do whatever you want. The dates are the same sort of font and color scheme as with the vertical. And then you have your notes section over here down on the bottom right, along with the habit trackers down on the bottom right as well. Everything else is the same from front to back with the exception of the weekly layout. All right, now let's talk about some accessories. At launch, there will also be this 15-page functional sticker book available from MakseLife. It is going to retail for $20. All right, so let's talk about accessories. At launch time, this 15-page functional sticker book is going to be available, and it is $20. I am so excited for this, you guys. It is so pretty. It's got this beautiful teal cover. It almost feels coated as well, so it's going to be nice and durable, and it's going to last, and it is going to fit perfectly in the back of your MakseLife planner, so you can take it along with you. Oh my God, I love that. You can put it in this back cover here, or you can always tuck it into the accordion folder in the back as well if you wanted to. Fits perfectly in there. The stickers are matte, which is definitely going to be easy to use all of your favorite pens on. And the pages are perforated for you as well in case you want to remove them. So you're going to have your dot pages, a variety of different boxes, and almost like event labels. These kind of have a stripe on the inside of them. It's really, really nice. Some more boxes. And these are going to be some very tiny page flags here, or there's just super tiny flags. Let me grab tweezers so you can see exactly what they look like. All right, there you go. It's so tiny. It's so adorable. Look at that. So there's quite a few on this page for you. And then you get a page of the MakseLife icons for each area of your life. And again, this sticker book retails for $20. There are going to be some additional accessories launching later on in the year, so you're going to want to keep an eye out for that. Another thing that I love about MakseLife that I don't want to forget to share is the overall community of the Moxie fam. So you not only get your planner and your goal setting system, but you are getting a community of people that also want to achieve their goals as well. There is a Facebook group full of just supportive, amazing people that are going to cheer you on as you are setting all of your goals and sharing how you are setting your goals, as well as a book club. And when you register your email on the MakseLife website, you can also get some of the compass assessment parts of the planner for free to download and kind of just get an idea for yourself if this system is going to work for you. So I highly encourage you to hop over to the MakseLife website. Just kind of hop around, take a look, register your email, set up your account, and you can take advantage of all of the freebies that they have to offer. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this walkthrough of the brand new MakseLife planners. As I said before, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask down below in the comments. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about these, and I'd love to hear which layout you're going to go with this year. Honestly, I think at this point, I am team undecided, per usual. I don't think that you can go wrong with any of these layouts from MakseLife. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you found this video helpful and enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you're already subscribed, make sure you click that red notification bell so that you know when my videos are posted here on YouTube. I post videos every single week, and I'd love for you to join me. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you in my next video. I've already chipped my nails. Oh, we're still recording. Maybe let's turn the volume down. How do we do that? Oh my gosh, this is gonna be the longest video ever. So much talking. I need a break.